everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon, and I'm excited that you're here with me today, you guys, because we are doing our foundation roundup. I'm sure you guys are all aware there have been a ton of new foundation releases recently, and my friend Abby Bliss White and I decided that we wanted to collaborate and do kind of a ranking video on our favorites that are new. Now, I am also going to include in this video my all-time favorite as well as my current favorite cushion. They aren't new, so I just wanted to include them so that this is a well-rounded foundation video. I'm going to have before and afters for you. I have tested all of these long enough to let you know kind of their wear test results, and I also will break down the cost of each by ounce. They aren't all the standard 1 ounce-ish. Some are under, some are over, so I am just going to make all things equal and let you know not only the cost to actually buy them, but what their cost is per ounce. Now, if you do not know Abby from the channel Abby Bliss White, I sure hope that you guys will go down in the description box and click the link. I'm going to link her channel. I'm going to link her video. She's just a lovely human, you guys. She has become a real friend in real life, and we talk almost every single day about family and life and makeup and skincare and YouTube, everything. She's a truly lovely person. Probably the only person in this world that I know that likes makeup and skincare more than me, and her content shows it. She just has a really fantastic channel. So I hope that you will check her out, give her some love from me. And if you are here from Abby's channel, welcome. I hope you will choose to stick around. Okay guys, let's get on to this because I have 8 foundations to share with you. So let's start out with my all-time favorite. It is still, you guys, the Westman Atelier. This poor little gem has gotten kind of pushed to the back burner because we've had so many foundation launches since I discovered this a year and a half ago. But it is still definitely my favorite. You guys, it is $68. It is 1/3 of an ounce, and it does go a really long way. It isn't your typical stick foundations. I don't think go the same as regular foundations as far as ounces are concerned. I want to show you this because these are the 2 shades that I do use the most. This one is number 3. This one is number 2, and I use them both. I just want to show you they're both rolled all the way up. I genuinely use this foundation all the time. It's probably time to repurchase. Now this has vegetable derived squalane. It has some ingredients in it that are really fantastic for reducing redness, for reducing inflammation. It is a very comforting foundation. I'm wearing it right now because my face and neck are so mad at me. I have washed and reapplied makeup so many times in the last 3 days to demo all of these foundations that my face and neck are literally like angry at me. So I pulled out my Westman Atelier because it is genuinely this calming makeup, and I was so glad I did because it reminded me how much I absolutely love this foundation. It is in the most beautiful packaging. It's this magnetized packaging, and I just love it. So I had to mention it. Now next is going to be my favorite cushion of the moment. I always like to have a cushion compact in the mix somewhere. I like to have them in my purse. I love to have them for travel. And the one that I am loving right now, and I've got 3 or 4 of them, I could do a whole video on cushion compacts, is my Armani To Go. Now I did get mine from Selfridges. You can get this here in the States from Giorgio Armani on their website. I will tell you that on the Armani website, this is $90. You can buy refills, so you don't have to keep repurchasing the entire compact every single time. But at Selfridges, it is in the $60 range. So definitely, I ordered mine from Selfridges, and it's a much better deal there. Now this is one of those cushions that actually is like the mesh overlay, and then, you know, I bounce a Sonia Kashuk sponge in here and apply it that way, a damp sponge, and I find that it gives the most refined finish to my face that lasts all day long. It is absolutely a beautiful coverage and a beautiful longevity, and it is so easy to use. It is an SPF of 23. I just love it. Now, the one call out that I cannot skip over is the fact that it has alcohol in it. So for that, it definitely gets knocked off a little bit, but man, the finish and the longevity in this are beautiful. Really refines the pores, does not dry out my skin. I just love it. I wouldn't wear it every day for that alcohol, but I love to have it as a cushion just for on the go, for travel, to carry in my purse, all that kind of stuff. It is very good. Love that one. Now let's get to all of these new foundations. Okay, we are gonna start at number 6 and move on to number 1. And my number 6 is the Laura Mercier. This is the new version of the tinted moisturizer. This is the Natural Skin Perfector SPF 30 sunscreen. This has replaced her previous tinted moisturizer. Now, the reason why this is number 6, you guys, is twofold. Number 1, it isn't actually foundation. It is so incredibly sheer that tinted moisturizer is exactly what it is. It doesn't claim to be a full foundation or anything like that. I like that you can apply this with your fingers. It is very easy. The SPF is mineral, so that is good. It's titanium and zinc. But guys, it is super sheer. So if you're somebody like me and I have hyperpigmentation, I am dry, I am dehydrated, I am 45, almost 46 years old, I need just a little bit more coverage than this. Now, it hydrates with some really great stuff. It uses glycerin, which is a great humectant. And for what it is fantastic. I just think that people need to know that the coverage is literally sheer. I mean, it is very sheer. So if you're somebody that actually just wants a little bit of moisture and you want a veil of color, maybe need to kick up your complexion a little bit because you need a little color in it or something like that, you don't have hyperpigmentation, you might really love this. Now, it is 1.7 ounces and it is $47. Which is pretty cool because that means that per ounce, this is $30.55. So the value in this is really good. You do put it on with your hands, which is kind of nice. It makes it easy to apply. All in all, it is just a really easy foundation if you like sheer hydration with a little bit of coverage. So that is our number 6, the Laura Mercier. At number 5 is Guerlain L'essentiel. Now, you guys, I have talked about this one. I think the coverage on this is absolutely beautiful. It is 1 ounce and it comes in a glass bottle and it does have a pump. I feel like this one gives me a demi matte finish, but it has a luminosity to it that is really pretty. I do feel like 1 to 1.5 pumps gives a really nice coverage. I find that it gives me medium coverage, covers my hyperpigmentation well, definitely lasts throughout the day. The reason why this is on number 5 on the list is because it has fragrance. Guerlain even calls out the fragrance in this foundation and kind of promotes it. And I will say that I've worn this so many times, and sometimes randomly my face will itch when I wear this one. And I'm not sure exactly what is in here, but I do suspect that if you have sensitive skin, this one might not be perfect for you, especially since there is that fragrance in there. Yeah, so other than that though, you guys, this is an absolutely beautiful foundation. It says that it is 16-hour wear and a natural glow, and I think that those are true. You get kind of the skin-like finish that isn't flat, it's not matte, it is not shiny, it's just skin-like natural glow, and it definitely, I've never worn it 16 hours, but it definitely has lasted me 8 to 10 hours and still looked really nice. So that is number 5 on the list. Now, number 4 is interesting, you guys. This is my most recent procurement, and that is the Surratt Dew Drop foundation. Now, the reason that this one is at that point on the list is because number 1, it is 0.64 ounces for $75. Now, I kind of feel a certain way about that. I feel like if you weren't paying attention, which I realize that we all should be paying attention, but if you weren't paying attention, most people assume that your average foundation is going to run an ounce. And if it's going to be less than an ounce, usually it's in the 0.9 something. I mean, it's usually not way under an ounce. And this packaging, just so you know, doesn't look, I mean, it's not huge, but it does not look particularly tiny. So if you weren't thinking about it, you might pick this up thinking that you were getting an entire ounce of foundation for $75 when you're not. You're getting 0.64 ounces, which is 2/3 of an ounce. Now here's the packaging. It's a little bit of a dropper. And then it does have this button in the back that you depress to give yourself some foundation. It doesn't always dispense super easily. Sometimes you have to really push several times to get, a full pump out. And I do feel like, because I've worn this more than once and I've given it a wear test more than one time, the first time was a complete fail for me. I did all of my hydrating skincare and then I went in with a moderate amount of this foundation. I thought it looked really pretty throughout the day. About 6 hours, I started to notice that it was just disappearing. And by the time I checked in around 8 hours, 8.5 hours later, it was like I had no makeup on my face at all. It really was just gone. Now, I did notice that all of my makeup, like my eyeshadow was gone, everything. So I thought, I'm gonna retest this one. I'm gonna do less skincare. I'm gonna keep it minimal. And because it's such a dewy foundation, I'm not gonna put so much hydration on my face. I think the first wear test was kind of on me as far as its longevity. Okay, so second wear test, I used a lot more of this foundation and I used a lot less of my skincare. And yes, I definitely got decent wear for over 8 hours. I was happy with it. But again, I had to use a lot of this foundation and I still only got a light medium coverage. It doesn't claim to be full coverage, but in order to get the light medium coverage, I had to use a lot. And I just feel like when you only have 2/3 of an ounce in here, you're gonna blow through that super, super fast. And I just feel like that's kind of deceitful almost to do 0.64 ounces. I don't know, I don't like it. So what that extrapolates out to, you guys, is over $100 an ounce for this foundation. It doesn't seem commiserate with Surratt. I don't think that that's appropriate for this brand. And I think it should be buyer beware that you're paying over $100 an ounce for this new Surratt foundation. And while I think it's beautiful, I do think it wore well. I do think it gives a dewy, skin-like finish. I don't know that I think that it is worth over $100 an ounce. So that is why it is number 4 on the list and not higher, even though it performed well and looked nice on the skin. Okay, number 3, you guys, is the Tarte. This is the Foundcealer, which we got to get past that silly name. And this is the oldest of the bunch. This has been out for probably 6 months now. Guys, I have this in the color 27N, and it is probably the most perfect shade of foundation I've ever used. It is such a perfect neutral. This foundation is a really great price, has a great shade range. It uses titanium dioxide and zinc as a sunscreen. It is beautiful on the skin. It lasts all day long. If you have normal to dry and dehydrated skin, you might love this foundation, and what a great price point per ounce. Now, if you have oily skin or even combo, I would get a sample of this. I have friends, my friend Jennifer Joyce Beauty, she did a wear test of this. She's oily skinned. She did not like it at all. In fact, it was her video that I watched that made me stop and want to buy it because we have the opposite skin type. And sure enough, she hated it and I loved it. So this is definitely, it is my number 3, but it was really, these top 3, you guys, are neck and neck. Now, the only thing that is in here that causes this to be pushed to number 3 instead of number 2 or even number 1 is it does have an ingredient in it that is on, as far as being comedogenic, it's a 5. And I'm going to put that on the screen, you guys. So I think that if you are prone to acne, this one might be one to skip. It definitely can be something that could break you out. But I really do think that this is really more appropriate for people with normal to dry skin. Just know that if you happen to be that skin type and prone to acne, watch out for this one, get a sample, test it out for a few days, make sure it doesn't break you out. So that's why it is down the list. Now, it is an SPF 20, and I did tell you that it was a mineral sunscreen. I love it. I love this one so much, you guys. Okay, number 2 on the list is the Anastasia. This is the Luminous foundation. So this was, I think, the first of all of these that I picked up, and I'm telling you, when I got it, I thought, that's it. I just found the most perfect foundation. It is luminous, skin-like. It lasts all day long. I think that it applies like a dream. The coverage is medium, but you can build it up a little bit. It covers my hyperpigmentation, but lets enough shine through that it's just my skin. I never want it to be a mask, and I know that I have plenty of imperfections on my skin. I am getting older. I have fine lines around my eyes. I have hyperpigmentation. I just want to make my skin look the best version it can in this moment. And that is what this foundation does. The price per ounce is fantastic. And I only can tell you that the shade range is very, very difficult. There are 50 shades, you guys, and it comes in a variety of undertones. So this is one of those foundations that I highly recommend that you go in and you get a sample, you swatch it, you test it out, because ordering this online might be super, super challenging. I don't even feel like the descriptions that they have online are quite accurate, but that's a great shade range. 50 shades is amazing. It almost just makes it more difficult to find your right shade unless you go in store. So if you have the opportunity and you are able to go in store and test this one out, I highly, highly recommend this one. In fact, this one I want to say is really tied for my number one, because this one and my actual number one are so different that they'll fit different purposes. So we're gonna call this number one. We're not even gonna call it number two. The other number one is newer to me, and that is the Sisley. This is the Phyto Teint Ultra Eclat. Now, I just did a whole video on this one, you guys. This is my new obsession. I love it so much. It is the first time this normal to dry / dehydrated / mature / hyperpigmented person has been able to wear something that is anywhere near velvet finish. And I'm kind of digging it. I love it that I don't have to choose between having a face that is sucked the life dry, or I just have to have all of these luminous foundations. Guys, this gives just the most perfect refinement to the pores. I feel like it gives a velvety finish that is not flat or dry, and it lasts and lasts and lasts all day long. I mean, I have put it to the test in a steamy, an environment where foundations usually go to die. And this one survived and looked great at the end of the day. So I definitely really love this one. I don't love that it only has 14 shades. I don't love that it's $95 an ounce. It's 1 ounce, it's $95. I will say that if you are one of those people that has that Selfridges shipping, you guys, it's in the $60 range at Selfridges. So if you know your shade and you have paid for that Selfridges shipping, this is a great, you can save like $30 at Selfridges. So definitely want to give you the little FYI. I will be ordering my replenishment from Selfridges for sure. The color that I am is 2 soft beige. It is this light with a rosy undertone, and I just find it to be really, really beautiful. So that is my number one. Guys, those are all of my current foundation loves. Those are all the new foundations. That is how I would rank them. I really hope that you will check out Abby's channel. I'm super excited because I think she has a few foundations that I did not have, that I did not pick up. I want to mention quickly that I did test out the new Synchro Skin. That did not go well for me. It was too dry for me. I know some of you have really liked it, and that is awesome. I also tested out the Kemina, the balm. That was probably the biggest fail of any foundation I've used in 10 years. It was so bad. I mean, it immediately made me look at least 10 years older. It was really, really bad. So I'm going to try and give that to someone with oily skin, and hopefully it'll work out for them. I did try a sample of the Fenty, and I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. I think the issue for me was I couldn't find my right shade. I just couldn't get it quite right. I do have friends, Abby is one of them, who seems to love that foundation. So I think that that is fantastic. Just wasn't right for me, which, you know, that's kind of a good lesson here. We all have certain tastes and certain needs in our skincare and our makeup that are kind of personal. So you have to take each one of these kind of recommendations and wear tests and all that stuff and try and apply them to your own skin and be objective, because just because it works or doesn't work for me definitely doesn't mean that for you. But I do think that it's good information. If you are dry, dehydrated, if you are aging, if you are around my same age, you might like some of these foundations. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I really do hope you'll check out Abby's video. I hope that you will join me in my next skincare video, and I wish you a good rest of your week. Take care.